All right, I'm joined now by CNET Executive Editor Ian Sherr. Ian has got the new 10, he's got a 7, I've got a 6. We're loaded up here with technology.
Yep.
I have to admit, I'm a late adopter, so when they get to the 15, I'll get to the 10, okay? But why the 10? What would encourage me to go out and buy this?
You know, a lot of what the 10 is supposed to offer is that it's got kind of tomorrow's technology in it today is the way Apple's selling it. And part of that is that it has stuff like it unlocks with your face instead of using a fingerprint sensor like the older ones, right? And the design is very different. You know, I've got a 7 Plus here, which is last year's biggest model. And the screen size is the same, but it's actually, if you look here, it's actually a smaller phone. And so that's part of what Apple's trying to sell.
Let me hold this here so we can get a close-up of this, just so you can see about
inside, the design is actually, the chips are very similar to the iPhone 8, which is $200 cheaper. So what Apple's trying to do here is they're trying to say, look, much nicer screen, slicker design, that's worth it for the $1,000. Everyone's debating that right now. The reviews on it are very positive, but a lot of people say unless you're a hardcore techie, you really want to get in on the first generation of the stuff, you could probably go with an iPhone 8 and be perfectly happy.
Well, it seems strange that they came out with the 8 so close to the time that they unveiled the 10.
Yeah, and part of it is I think Apple's trying to kind of deal with this issue of, okay, we've got this new technology, it costs more to make, all of that type of stuff. There are going to be people who are going to say, no, I want the fingerprint sensor, right? They're not going to want to switch over yet. And so I think they're trying to kind of keep both sides happy. And we'll see how it works.
You mentioned facial recognition.
Yeah.
Voice recognition, I find, is pretty dicey at times. How good is facial recognition really going to be?
So CNET, we actually tested that. We had one of our reviewers, Scott Stein, actually shave his beard. He put on a couple of props, right? We went all through it. And he found that it works pretty well in some instances, but it's not perfect, right? And the way it works, actually, is that it sends a bunch of infrared dots to your face and identifies you through that. So if you change too much of your face, it's going to be a problem. But sunglasses, it's fine. Changing with a beard is fine. Even changing your hairstyle is okay. But there are limitations to it.
Okay, real quick. Did you actually pay $1,000 for this? Is a new one. Did you pay or did they give it to you?
No, I actually bought my own.
Okay.
You know, one of the things I've always done is that, and I wrote about this on CNET, I buy a new phone every year, just like a lot of people buy new clothes every season. And part of the reason is I want to be able to have the best camera that I can for taking pictures of my kid, right? Why not?
Well, that's a great reason.
Yes.
Yeah. I thought you were going to say yourself. But
no.
I thought for your selfie collection. But
no,
Ian, thanks so much. Thanks for coming in. I appreciate
My pleasure.
Ian Sherr from CNET.